Pearls have enchanted people for centuries with their soft glow, timeless beauty, and almost magical way of catching the light. Unlike any gemstone pulled from the earth, a pearl is born from a living creature, making it one of the ocean's most delicate and mysterious treasures. Now, pearls can fool almost anyone. Some are grown inside real oysters, some are made from crushed shells in a factory, and some are literally plastic beads with shiny paint on them. Today, we're going to be diving into the surprising world of cultured pearls, shell pearls, glass pearls, and I'm going to show you how to tell what's real without doing the classic tooth test. Although yes, rubbing pearls on your teeth actually does work. Are these pearls real or fake? Look how round they are, how they shine. They're beautifully pearly whites. And when I rubbed them against my teeth, they were in fact slightly gritty, but not too gritty, which made me a little bit suspicious. As hard as I tried, I could not break them with pliers. I had to use the vise. Shell pearls are made from crushed mother-of-pearl oyster shells. They are not cultivated inside a living mollusk like a cultured pearl. Totally man-made, and they are coated with nacre, making them artificial. However, the plus side is that you can get a nice uniform shaped pearl. They're extremely durable, whereas a cultured pearl, you can break them pretty easily. Now, moving on from shell pearls, can you tell me which strand is real cultured pearls and which one is fake? The one on the left is very light, and the ones on the right are pretty heavy. These ones here are obviously plastic. They're lightweight. They're very smooth and shiny. They look painted. And the clasp, pretty cheap. However, you can have a very nice clasp on a cheap strand of pearls. The clasp alone will not tell you if you have real or fake pearls. Now, this strand here are real pearls. Cultured pearls. Very nice. I rubbed them up against my teeth. They had a grit to them, a slight grit. Whereas fake or plastic pearls will just slide off your teeth real quickly. When we look at the clasp, it is 10 karat gold. It has a nice kind of ornate look to it. However, this could have been a cheap clasp, but they're still pearls. So these fake pearls are obviously lightweight, plastic, painted, whereas the real cultured pearls, and cultured pearls are real pearls, they're heavy. They have a grit when you put them on your teeth, although that can be faked. You look inside where the drill hole is and see if there's paint flaking off. That's a red flag. A real cultured pearl, the color doesn't flake off. And here's another strand of cultured pearls. They are real freshwater pearls. Most of them are potato pearls because they happen to be shaped like a potato. Those two are gritty to my teeth. I tried it, of course. And they are gritty when you go like this amongst themselves. If paint flakes off, well, that's a sign that it's probably glass and painted. These here up close, they don't look like they have anything flaking off. Now, cultivated pearls are authentic pearls, but they are created in farmed mollusks, like oysters or mussels, when humans surgically implant an irritant, like a bead or tissue, to stimulate nacre production. They are biologically identical to natural pearls. 95% of the pearls sold today are cultivated pearls. These ones here are not dyed. Again, we'll get up nice and close to them. They're cultured pearls. And look at the colors. Natural pearls tend to have colors like this. They're not dyed. However, these ones here are also cultured pearls, but they are definitely dyed. Gorgeous, stunning colors, beautiful pinks, golds, browns. I just can't help but wonder, are dyed pearls dyed all the way through? Well, let's crack one open and find out. No, it doesn't, just the top layer. Pearls are dyed to create vibrant, uniform, or fashion-forward colors that are not found in nature, allowing a lower-grade pearl to become affordable, marketable jewelry. Okay, hold on. I think my cats are going to fight. Really? We have some more dyed pearls here. A lot of these are coin pearls, potato pearls, a little bit of rice pearls, and again, cultured pearls, but a huge array of colors. Look at that, guys. Aren't they beautiful? And you get some odd shapes too. Let's look inside. Look at that. We can almost see inside there. Nice drill hole. Scrape it with our fingernail. Nothing's coming off. Gorgeous colors. And by eye, would you say that these are real pearls or fake? So we're going to look at them. We'll get out the magnifying glass. We'll get up nice and close. Look right here. I'll try to scratch it and look what's happening. The paint is peeling right off. Look at that. So it's painted glass. They're heavy. It's obvious that it's glass. It wasn't so obvious that it was painted because it's in a nice neutral color. However, they're too perfect. They're all round. In general, real natural pearls are going to be a little off. They're not going to be all perfect rounds matching one another. But we're going to check to see if there's a name brand on it. Even though they're glass painted, vintage faux pearls can be worth a lot of money. Even these stones here, they could be something semi-precious. We'd have to test them. But I paid, $6 for these? So these are probably just a strand of vintage glass faux pearls. I paid $6 for them. Nice set, but painted glass. And this set here, would you say that these are real or fake? They're heavy. They're all round. They look like they're all the same shape too. Real pearls have a bunch of them, all identical color, is extremely rare. So we're going to get up nice and close. Let's see. Can you scrape it with your fingernail? Yes, I am scraping it. I don't want to wreck it. Don't want to wreck it, but right there we can see it's painted. Now, again, this strand here cost me $6. However, there is a tiny little name tag on it. And it says Marvella. And what I would do, I would go on Google and see if somebody sold a similar strand on eBay or Etsy to try to find a value. Now, just because it's glass and painted doesn't mean it's just worth $6. When you slap on a name brand, the price could go up pretty high, even though it's total costume jewelry, fake pearls, faux pearls, glass and painted. The name itself could make the strand valuable versus the actual pearl, or in this case, faux pearl. So keep an eye out when you go to thrift stores. You don't want to pass up on, making a few bucks on it. This is vintage Avon, and these are plastic. They're knotted in between. It's obvious to me they're plastic. They're kind of warm versus being kind of cool, like natural pearls would be. And they're lightweight. But there's a tag. So I paid, again, $6 for these. And I looked them up. They're worth about $20, believe it or not. Totally plastic, but has a name brand on it. Avon. Awesome. Keep an eye out for name brands on pearls, guys. And just to recap, real pearls will be cool to the touch. They'll be heavy. They'll be gritty on your teeth. They will be gritty if you rub them against each other. They probably will not be all the same shape. See, these ones here are different shapes and they are cultured pearls. They are real pearls. Overall, to the eye from a distance, they all look like it would be the same size, but they are not. So that's a telltale sign right there. Heavy, cool to the touch, gritty on the teeth, and not all the same shape. And maybe not all the same color tone either, like these ones. These are plastic. They are warm to the touch. They are lightweight and totally fake. They have paint on them. So Real? Fake?